All right, folks, we're about 4 minutes away. I see Nancy over here. Our last report for the day is the science report. Thank you, Meredith and Ebony, by the way. So Nancy Rodriguez, thank you so much for your patience. She is the current chair of our President's Council Science Board, which again, Dr. McD is a liaison to. Nancy is a faculty member at the University of Connecticut. And since 1991, and she's also a professor of nutritional sciences in the College of Agriculture, Health, and Natural Resources, with joint appointments in the departments of kinesiology and allied health sciences. She directs the sports nutrition program at the university and for the Department of Sports Medicine in the Division of Athletics. That's a big old job. Dr. Rodriguez's research program focuses on relationships between exercise, protein intake, energy balance, and protein utilization in athletes, physically active adults, as well as healthy, obese, and non-obese children. Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. The floor is yours.
And thank you, Shelley, and I also want to take the opportunity to thank Shelley and Hannah together for allowing me to come today and sit in on this part of the meeting, because what it's done is provided a lot of insight for me when I go back to the Science Board, because I can truly see how there is a nice interplay between the President's Council and the Science Board in the context of some of your initiatives. Thank you for having me, and please bear with me. What I think I'll do is really direct most of my comments from my notes so that we can stay on time, and then if there are any other questions or comments you have for me, then I'll address them. Formed in 2003, the Science Board is composed of scholars, academicians who make significant contributions to the research, science, and education initiatives specific to physical activity, health, sports, and nutrition. As such, the Science Board is currently underway to continue to perpetuate those initiatives that have been central to the Council's inceptions and charge. In particular, objectives directed at reducing childhood obesity, promoting physical activity, and integrating nutrition to endorse healthy lifestyles will persist. These messages, along with other accessible solutions for improved fitness, health, and nutrition, are showcased in Elevate Health, a quarterly publication that provides easily understood applications of scientific initiatives for the public. Elevate Health emerged from the relaunch of the Council's Research Digest, and in recent months, there's really been some focused activity to try to expand the readership and to identify new audiences for Elevate Health. And I think that some of the discussions today in terms of information to get out to the public and to the consumer would be very appropriately placed in later issues or in upcoming issues of Elevate Health. If I could have the next slide, please. Just to inform the board of particular significance to this year's activity is the Science Board's active role in the 2015 White House Conference on Aging, The Shape of America. An active aging group has been established, and efforts to extend the Council's directives of good nutrition, physical activity, healthy lifestyles to young, middle-aged, and older adults are underway. In June, members of the Science Board, myself included, will actually participate with the Council and members of the Council at Stanford's fitness workshop with regards to promoting fitness across the lifespan. You know, one of the points that I would make as someone who has moved her research initiatives a little bit more into the field of healthy aging is that I really enjoyed the conversation to sort of meld the Let's Move campaign with some aspect of active aging. And I want to call them children, but the young individuals you had here today were all quite eloquent in many of their comments. One of the things that Caleb said at the very end was doing some things where parents and children could do things together. And the other pieces of information, Hannah, Anna, and Carly as well, they talked about nutrition, and then they also talked about ways to advance exercise and activity. And I can tell you that those are 2 points that definitely have interplay with healthy aging and making sure that people age in a way that they have a good quality of life, and that we also manage some of those complications that we want to try to avoid so that we don't have the burden placed on other aspects of the healthcare system. So I found that that was particularly interesting, and a lot of foresight that came from the young to the old and back again. So we seem to have come full circle. Lastly, the Science Board's Nutrition and Behavioral Working Group is working to bring closure on a paper that is actually focused on the role of nutrition and nutrition-related behaviors in the context of mental health, something else that the Council touched on today. And it's been an interesting journey because it's gone from some very, I think, focused and maybe preconceived notions to much broader based, given the attention that needs to be given to mental health and the broadness of those diagnoses. But from our perspective, the role that nutrition and physical activity can actually play in either preventing, managing, or treating some of these behavioral disorders. So with that, again, on behalf of the Science Board, I want to thank you for having me here this afternoon.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. Anything else you want to add, Dr. McD? I think you mentioned before, and we've noted in terms of our follow-up there.
No, it's just wonderful to listen to quarterly meetings that people are smarter than me and all the stuff that's going on. Yeah, it's really cool. Thank you for your service.
All right. Thank you so much. Any other questions? All right. Thank you again, and thank you to all of our council members. We made it. We made it through. For those, again, out there at FitnessGov, be sure to follow us. And any of the information, most of the information we've talked about is at our website, which is www.fitness.gov. So once again, council members, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your dedication and support. We will continue to call on you. Thank you for all this awesome input and really getting down to nitty-gritty, not only our kind of our philosophy around things, but really some really hardcore strategies. So thank you, and with that, we are adjourned.